And then I've just, like I said, have put a few things on there. I mean, it is far from perfect, but it's just more personalized and, you know, just a way to practice painting, so to speak, since we do so many other things. So we'll see what we can do with it. So we're going to pretty up our candle here for our fall decor appearance, and a candle is always nice to have at fall. I love candles. So what I've done is I took some foam core board and I drew me a pumpkin on there, and I just kind of painted it with a paint marker, and I've selected 3 beads. I also have the tiki luau skirt, and I have braided it and used it in a previous project. Now what I'll do is this I painted, and I made a separate video of this particular painting on this glass candle because it's kind of lengthy, but it's just giving some tidbits. So what I'm going to do now is decorate up this candle I've already painted. This is not my best painting, but just some pointers on how you can paint just a few items on your glass and make it look nice. So I'm actually going to cut out my pumpkin, and I'm going to be using this along with some of the decorating I'm going to be doing on that candle there. Ornament for my bead stringing. So I want me a tassel to go with my pumpkin and my beads. And I have this tiki skirt, luau skirt, that is not braided. And I'm just going to wrap it around 4 of my fingers just a few times. I'm going to leave a pretty good tail on it. And before I do anything, I know that I'm going to want this tassel attached to my beads. So I'm going to run them through there. Go hold it down. I'm just sizing it up on my candle here. I'm going to take the tail, put my thumb there, and I'll pull that taut. I'm just going to keep wrapping that tight. The more you draw it tight, the better it holds. Then I just drag it out a little tighter. And then I'm going to glue it back here in the back and just let this tail of this hang down, because it's not going to hurt anything. Now I can cut the ends right here. I've got my pumpkin. I'm going to glue my pumpkin onto the front of that tassel. Got my luau skirting that's braided, and I am going to start in the back. Kind of our boho farmhouse decor. It's more of a southern twist on the boho candles. Now that's our first one. Hey, thank you so much for joining me for another tutorial. Now listen, gang, this is what I have in mind for you today. Dollar Tree has this beautiful sheer that has a gold maple leaf inlaid on it. You've seen it, it's orange gold lay. Well, I'm going to show you how to reverse that and use it as a silver maple leaf and make it truly what I call Southern boho style. For those of you who are working from home, to have a little bit of autumn, fall spirit on your desk. It takes up very little room, it's simple to make, and you'll truly enjoy it. Now, you know I always have a couple other things up my sleeve, but I'll see you in the craft room. For this next candle, guys, we're going to make this a southern boho. So dampen your brush before you apply Mod Podge. I'm going to be using this sheer that I had gotten from the Dollar Tree. It's got these beautiful golden inlaid leaves on it. And I'm going to place that piece around the sleeve of my jar. Now here's what's unique. If anyone paid attention, you can actually use this sheer 2 different ways. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to put it on backwards because I want this silver to show up. I do love the gold, but I'm going to do a different one with the gold. I'm going to do this one with the silver. So basically, I'm going to start in the back, and I know that that's only going to take up a certain amount of area on my candle. So I'm just going to start this way. And if I start in the back, then I will have it the way that I want. And I want to make sure I don't get that Mod Podge on anything but my candle. So I'm going to start back here in the back, and I'm going to slide it down to where it is the right length for me. Out of our way. And now I will go ahead and get my Mod Podge on there real quick, because it dries really fast. Continue working your shear on there and Mod Podging as you go, being sure to coat the shear on both sides, the jar and the shear itself. Now while my Mod Podge is still kind of damp on there, I'm going to take this blessing and put it onto my candle. So this is the Dollar Tree wall stickers that you can buy, and I love these. These are so nice. They're already cut and ready to go. I'm taking that blessing off there, and I'm going to put it on my candle. Now to figure out the center right here. I'm going to Mod Podge over that to make sure it stays on there. I don't want this falling off. And even though it's a sticker, that Mod Podge underneath it's still damp, so I'm just sealing it in. Now using one of the braids that I got from off of the Tiki skirt from Dollar Tree, and I will be using that to wrap around my jar. Now using one of the braids from off of the Tiki skirt, the luau Tiki skirts, I'm going to glue that onto the back of my candle here, and I'm going to go up on the shear ever so slightly. And that'll be my beginning. I want to create me a riser for my boho candle. So using these craft sticks, these are the medium size from Dollar Tree. We're also going to be using the little cut-off wood stems from Dollar Tree. So to get started, I'm going to lay out however many sticks that I want to make my riser. And it doesn't have to be a whole lot, but I do feel like I want it to be at least as long as it is wide. And so that will give me an idea of how long this will be. And you do want to lay these flat and try to get them as even as possible. They are, of course, tongue depressor sticks, so you may have one or two that's crooked, like this one is not correct, so you may have to replace that with one that is, and just try to get them as straight as possible. With 9 of the tongue depressors side by side, use one at the top, one at the bottom, one in the center for a total of 12 tongue depressors. The idea is to find 4 that are the same height. And once you get that determined, you may decide whether or not you want to paint this or you want to keep it looking natural. So I'm going to use some of the Antique and Wax by Waverly. And it won't take but just a small amount for these little sticks. They soak it up pretty good, and this stuff spreads really good and even. It doesn't take a whole lot, and it soaks up pretty fast. So once you get that on there, you can rub off the excess because it is a wax. and so it works like a stain. Okay, now I'm ready to put my feet on my tray, and I am just gonna set it here momentarily and see what will set the best. It looks like that's pretty accurate. So I'm going to glue that. There we go. That looks pretty good, guys. I think it's going to do the trick. And then I can put my blessing candle on there. I could put my home. This also came from Dollar Tree. This little riser is just a gem, and it might have cost us 50 cents, guys. I took and reused leaves. I placed a couple of pumpkins on there, our Bohemian Southern style candle, and that little house from Dollar Tree. Alright guys, this house is in the Dollar Tree. They also have another one that says Gather. We have our Southern Bohemian style Blessings candle. I have added some leaves. We have our riser, and I've added a few pumpkins. Got these from Dollar General last year, and just laid some leaves on my little riser along with my pumpkins. They'll make a nice little arrangement. That'll look nice near your coffee bar, or sitting on the table, or right at your coffee pot maybe. Just wherever you would like. This would be really, really nice on the back side of your bathtub or your jacuzzi. Really nice in the bedroom as well, maybe on a nightstand or at an entryway. I think it's just a beautiful little piece we have going here, and will give you much, much comfort and decoration and enjoyment. Would please let me know if you like it. Leave your comments in the boxes down below. I really appreciate all the thumbs up, and thank you for coming along with me on this. Current subscribers, thank you so much. And those who are not subscribed, hit the subscribe word. The window pops open. Click the bell, and you'll receive notification of each new video I put up, which is about 2 videos per week. I will make some pictures and show you a B-roll at the end of this video, so stay tuned. So until the next DIY, this is Elizabeth saying over and out. Bye, guys.